Hi, I know that some of you are still confused about time signatures. So remember, in simple meters, not in compound meters, but in simple meters, the top number tells you how many beats there are in a measure. And the bottom number tells you the kind of note that is in the measure. And what you do is you replace that top number with a 1, turn it into a fraction. And in this case, you would have 1/4 or a quarter. And so that tells you that there are 4 quarter notes in the measure. Now, I think we've all got this down pretty well, but if you're feeling at all shaky about the rhythms that we have when a quarter note is getting the beat, like we do in 4/4, I'm going to go through them and you can do them with me. So we're going to start out with rhythms that take up just a beat, starting with quarter notes, each note being a beat. And it sounds like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, ta, 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 ta. If we count, and we're using the counting system, we count it as 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we can also have eighth notes where the beat is divided into 2 parts. So you hear 2 evenly divided sounds on each beat. Sounds like this. I'm going to do it once with tas, and then I'm going to use the counting system. Remember, when we have the beat divided into 2 parts, we say and on the second part of the beat. Let me get that level. There we go. So we have 1, 2, this is not working. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, ta, 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 ta. Or, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then we can chop those 2 parts of the beat into halves, and we get 4 notes per beat for 16th notes. 16th notes, just like the eighth notes were beamed 2 together. Now we have 2 beams, and we have the 4 of them beamed together to show that they're taking up 1 beat. Sounds like this: ta 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 ta, or 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Now sometimes we have notes that take longer than a beat. One most common thing would be a half note that takes 2 beats. That sounds like this: ta, ta. And if we're counting, we're going to say the 1 and the 3, and then we don't say, but we can think, the 2 and the 4. So it would be 1, 3, 1, 3. Now, sometimes we have a beat and a half. So that's where we have the dotted rhythms, in this case a dotted quarter note. Remember that the dot after a note, the dot always comes after the note, adds half the value of the note. So it's as if we have a quarter note tied to an eighth note. Sounds like this. Ready, and ta, 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 ta. And just as was the case with the half notes, we don't say the beat where there's not a new sound on it. So we're going to say 1 and 3 and 1 and 3 and. So I hope that helped. Most of you got this already, but if it's really new for you, I would go through this several times, say the rhythms along with me, and that will help you both in identifying and being able to perform the rhythms, and also when you hear the rhythms, knowing what the symbols are for them.